Hello students, how are you all? I hope everyone is staying home and safe. You all are taking care well of yourself and your parents. I hope everyone is doing very well at home. But before we start, let's start the day with a beautiful message which says that there is a cycle to success also and it's very easy. So what you have to do is first you have to do the thinking, means whenever you think you got a idea, and when you got the idea you must try that, and when you start trying you do it again, you do it again and again, and then you when you keep doing this ultimately you will reach to the success. So my dear students, just think, get the idea and just do this. Okay, you will definitely reach the success. Hello everyone, this is Gunjan. I welcome you all to my GK classes. Today we are going to discuss another important chapters and boost our knowledge. The chapters that we are going to discuss are Seven Sisters State, Important Dates, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and Rio Olympics 2016. So we are going to discuss these four important chapters today. So get ready. So let's start our class. Ready everyone? Let's start our class then. The very first topic is Seven Sisters State, and in this we will be studying about the seven sisters. There are seven states in India which are popularly known as the Seven Sisters. These all are the northeastern states in India, and today we are going to study about those. So ready? Let's start. First is, it borders the state of Assam and Nagaland to the south and shares international border with Bhutan in the west, Burma in the east and China in the north. So this is the state which is bordering the state of Assam and Nagaland to their south, and also this state shares the international border with Bhutan in the west, Burma in the east and China in the north. Let's try to find out. So we will be studying about the state also, and we will be studying about the capital also. The state is Arunachal Pradesh and the capital of Arunachal Pradesh is Itanagar. So this is the state which shares the border with Assam, Nagaland, Burma, Bhutan and China. So the state is Arunachal Pradesh and its capital is Itanagar. Moving ahead for the next state. Its name means the abode of the clouds in Sanskrit. It is bounded to the south and west by Bangladesh and to the east by Assam state. Now first thing is, I would just like to clear that abode of the cloud, as you know that it is written in Sanskrit, it means the abode of the clouds, and if I talk about in Hindi, cloud means megh. So do you want to know the state? The state is Meghalaya, and capital of Meghalaya is Shillong. So it's quite easy to remember. It is bounded by to the south and west by Bangladesh and to the east by Assam state. So it also shares the boundary and with the respective states and the country. So the state is Meghalaya and capital is Shillong. Next we have is, it is bounded by Nagaland to the north, Mizoram to the south and Assam to the west. Burma lies to its east. Its people speak Sino-Tibetan language. So which is this state? The state is Manipur and the capital of Manipur is Imphal. So the state is Manipur and the capital is Imphal. Moving ahead. Located south of the eastern Himalayas, it shares international border with Bhutan and Bangladesh. Its culture, people and climate are similar to those of the Southeast Asia. So the state is Assam and capital of Assam is Dispur. Okay, moving ahead. We have, it is bordered by Bangladesh to the north, south and west, and the Indian states of Assam and Mizoram to the east. It was the independent princely state of Tripuri Kingdom under the protectorate of the British Empire. So the state is Tripura. Since it's quite easy, that princely state of the Tripuri Kingdom, so the state is Tripura only, and the capital of Tripura is Agartala. So moving ahead, we have its name implies land of the hill people. It is southernmost landlocked state sharing borders with the neighboring countries of Bangladesh and Myanmar. So this state is a landlocked state, means around its boundaries states are there and no water body is there. It is locked in between the states or countries only. So this state is Mizoram and the capital is Aizawl. The state is Mizoram and the capital is Aizawl. Moving ahead for the next state, and remember we have to read seven sister state. Okay, so the last one is, it borders the state Assam to the west, Arunachal Pradesh and part of the Assam to the north, Burma to the east and Manipur to the south. It is inhabited by 16 major tribes and a number of sub-tribes. So the last seven sister state is Nagaland, and the capital of Nagaland is Kohima. So these are the seven sister states. Now based on these seven sister states, we have to identify and write their names in our next question answer series. So ready? Let's start. So you have to identify which of the seven sister state is being talked about and write the name. You have to write its name. So let's start our question answer series. Okay, so these are the 5 questions which I have taken. See students, whenever you are writing the answers in the book, I have told you that please do not just copy the answers whenever I am teaching. Try to listen to the video and break the video. Just listen to first 5 questions, then pause the video and then try to write the answers in your book with the help of the help box given in your book, or with the help of the understanding that you have got through the video, and then check your answers from the video. Similarly, follow the procedure for all questions. It will help you to retain the answers and the questions, the knowledge in your memory for a longer time. So let's start. If you have heard, then you will be easily able to answer these questions. Moving ahead, the first question says the name of this state means abode of the clouds. Now the word clouds is there, so let's find out. Okay, so this is the question which we are discussing right now. The name of the state means abode of the cloud. The state is of course Meghalaya. Next question we have is, Kohima is the capital of this state. So Kohima, do you remember the last state that we have discussed? It was Nagaland, and the capital of Nagaland is Kohima. Next we have is, the famous bird called Great Indian Hornbill is the state bird of this northeastern state. See, here it is written the state bird. Every state has their own state bird. Okay, so the Great Indian Hornbill, these are the hints that are given in this question. So the state bird Great Indian Hornbill is a famous bird of which northeastern state? It is Arunachal Pradesh. This Arunachal Pradesh state bird is Great Indian Hornbill. Moving ahead for the next question we have is, the floating lake or the Loktak lake is found in this state. So it is a very popular, this is the floating lake, and it is also called as the Loktak lake. It is in which state? Manipur. Moving ahead for the next question. The highest peak of this state is Phongupui or Blue Mountains, situated in the Lushai Hills. The highest peak of this state is given and it is situated in the Lushai Hills. So this state is Mizoram. The state name is Mizoram. Now moving ahead for our next batch of questions. Sixth question says, this state is referred to as the gateway to the Seven Sisters. So, the state is Assam. This state is referred to as the gateway to the Seven Sisters. Next question we have in this series is, this state is also famously called as the land of the rising sun. Right now we are discussing about the India. We are not discussing about the world. So this state is also famously called as the land of rising sun. Land of rising sun is Arunachal Pradesh. In India, Arunachal Pradesh is famously called as the land of the rising sun. Moving ahead, the origin of the river Manu is in this state. This is a famous river, the origin of the river Manu. So, the answer of this question is Tripura. River Manu is, the origin of the river Manu is in Tripura state. Moving ahead for our next question. It is the smallest state among the Seven Sisters state. So, the smallest state among the Seven Sisters state is, so the smallest state among the Seven Sisters state is Tripura. Moving ahead for the next question. This state has a famous national park known as the Namdhapa National Park. This is a very famous national park, and it is in which state? It is in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Now, these were the 10 questions which were related to the Seven Sisters state. We will be moving for our next topic, which is about the important dates. So, the next topic is important dates. We will be studying about the important days which are celebrated all around the world. They will be international or world. So, these are celebrated all around the world and they have their own importance. So, we will be studying about these important days. So, let's start. First is the International Women's Day. It is celebrated on the 8th of March all over the world. Next we have is the World Health Day. World Health Day is celebrated on 7th of April all around the world. Next in the line we have is Earth Day. Earth Day is celebrated on 22nd of April all over the world. Next we have is Happy World Book Day. Happy World Book Day is celebrated on the 23rd of April. Moving ahead, we have the next is International Workers' Day. International Workers' Day is celebrated on the 1st of May all over the world. Next in the line we have is International Day of Families. This day is celebrated every year on 15th of May. Next we have is World No Tobacco Day. World No Tobacco Day is celebrated every year on the 31st of May. Next we have is World Environment Day. World Environment Day is celebrated all over the world on the 5th of June, and we have also celebrated in our school. So next we have is World Blood Donor Day. As you can see, World Blood Donor Day is celebrated and observed on 14th of June every year. Next we have is World Refugee Day. World Refugee Day is observed on 20th June every year all around the world. Next we have is World Yoga Day. World Yoga Day is celebrated every year on the 21st of June, and we have also celebrated this International Yoga Day. It is also the National Yoga Day. You know, this Yoga Day has originated from the India only. The concept of the celebration of Yoga Day has originated from our proud country India only. Next we have is World Population Day. World Population Day is observed every year on 11th of July. Next in the line we have is Hiroshima Day. Hiroshima Day is observed every year on 6th of August all around the world. Next in the line we have is International Youth Day. International Youth Day is observed on the 12th of August every year all around the world. Next we have is World Literacy Day or the International Literacy Day. It is observed every year on the 8th of September. Next we have is the World Animal Welfare Day. Animal Welfare Day is observed on the 4th of October and it is celebrated all around the world. Next we have is World Food Day. World Food Day is observed every year on the 16th of October. These days are celebrated so that the awareness about these days, awareness about these topics can be told to all over the world. Awareness can be made spread all over the world. Next we have is the United Nations Day. United Nations Day, as you can see, is observed on the 24th of October every year. Next we have is World AIDS Day. World AIDS Day is observed on the 1st of December every year. Next we have is International Human Rights Day. As you can see, it is observed on the 10th of December every year around the world. These days have very common and very specific purpose for which they are celebrated and observed all around the world. These days spread the awareness about these because these are such topics which every citizen has the right to know. So that is why these days are celebrated. So these were the few days which are celebrated all around the world. Now moving ahead for our next topic we have is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Let's go. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Now Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is a very important initiative that has been taken by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which was once a dream of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is a Swachh Bharat mission which is led by the government of India so that we can make India a clean India. This campaign was officially launched by the government of India on the 145th birth anniversary of the great person Mahatma Gandhi. Now why we have initiated this, why this campaign was launched on the Mahatma Gandhi birth anniversary? Because I told you that Mahatma Gandhi was one person who wanted this mission to be initiated from that time only. So that is why this campaign was launched officially on the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji only. That means on the 2nd of October and 2014. It was launched at the Rajghat, New Delhi, the cremation of Mahatma Gandhi, the place where Mahatma Gandhi is cremated. The government of India has aimed to make India a clean India by 2nd of October 2019. Means 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Means to make India a clean India, the deadline is 2nd of October 2019 through with the help of this campaign. Now on the basis of this we will be discussing some questions about the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So let's start those questions. Our first question says that what is the tagline of Swachh Bharat mission? Here three options are given: हर एक स्वच्छता की ओर, एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर, सब कदम स्वच्छता की ओर. If you watch the ads on television, if you watch the advertisements on television, then also you must have heard this line, Swachh Bharat mission, and the answer is एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर. So you must have heard this line, that Swachh Bharat mission, एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर. The advertisements in TV which are initiated by the government of India is to spread awareness about this campaigns only. So moving ahead for our next question. Who is the inspiration behind Swachh Bharat mission? I hope everyone knows the answer. I have just told you that who is the inspiration. So it is Mr. Mahatma Gandhi ji. Mahatma Gandhi ji was the inspiration behind this mission. Moving ahead for our next question. It says the Indian government has made buildings of toilet a priority and has pledged that every household will have a toilet by the year. So they are asking the deadline. Basically, in rural areas, if we see, there are no toilets in every house. So this was the mission, that every household will have a toilet by the year 2019. As I already told you that the deadline of this is 2nd of October 2019. So that means the year that will hold this, that every household will have a toilet by the year of 2019. Next we have is, which award is given by the government of India to cities and village for cleanliness? Now it is the awards are also given to the person who help India in making India a clean India. So the name of the award is Nirmal Puraskar. Nirmal Puraskar is the award which is given by the government of India to the cities and villages for cleanliness, so as to boost them, so as to motivate them. These awards are given. Next we have is, what is the logo of the Swachh Bharat mission? The logo of the Swachh Bharat mission is, I hope everyone just can clearly see, the logo of the Swachh Bharat mission is, see, Swachh Bharat. These are the spectacles, and here the tagline is also written, Ek Kadam Swachhta Ki Or. So you can clearly guess what is the logo of the Swachh Bharat mission. Our answer will be this one. Next we have is, identify and name these personalities who are actively involved with the Clean India mission. So these are the three pictures and you have to identify who these personalities are. As you can clearly see, he is Mr. Narendra Modi, he is Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, and he is Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. They are helping the India to make a clean India, and they have already taken initiative by themselves only. They are encouraging other people also, and they are doing the same themselves also. So the names of these personalities are Mr. Narendra Modi, Sachin Tendulkar ji, and Amitabh Bachchan ji. So it is a very good initiative. Everyone must help and encourage other people to make India a clean India, because India is our country and India should be clean. So these are the people which are actively involved with the Clean India mission. Next topic we have is about the Rio Olympics 2016. So this topic we will be discussing about the Rio Olympics. Now how this name came, the Rio Olympics, because Olympic Games, they were organized in Rio de Janeiro, that is a city in the Brazil. Brazil is a country and Rio is a city. So Olympic Games were organized in this city. That is why the Olympic Games are named after the city, Rio Olympics 2016. They were organized from the 5th of August to the 21st of August. More than 10,000 participated in this event around from the world, in this biggest sporting event on earth. So we are going to take a quiz and learn more few important facts about the Rio Olympics. So we are going to discuss about some important topics related to the Rio Olympics. We will be discussing them in the form of the question and answer. Olympic Games are held after every 4 years. There are two Olympics. One is Summer Olympics and one is Winter Olympic. If I talk about the difference between the Summer and Winter Olympic, it is of 2 years. But if I talk about the difference between one Summer Olympics and the next one, then the difference is of 4 years. So Olympic Games are the biggest game. These are the biggest sporting event in which huge number of athletes from the world participate. So let's learn about some interesting facts about the Rio Olympics. Okay, so let's answer some questions based on this. So how many countries participated in this year Olympics? Total of 206 countries participated in the Rio Olympics. Next question is, how many medals, gold, silver and bronze, will be awarded for the winner in this Olympics? So total of how many medals including the gold, silver and bronze will be awarded for the winners? So the answer of this question is 1028. 1028 medals will be awarded for the winners Olympic. Next we have is, in which event Indian athlete Sakshi Malik won the bronze medal? Sakshi Malik won the bronze medal in wrestling. She is a wrestler and she won the bronze medal for India in wrestling. Next question we have is, in which event Indian shuttler PV Sindhu won silver medal? She has won silver medal and she is a very famous personality of badminton. She plays badminton and she has won many medals for India. So PV Sindhu and Sakshi Malik, these both are proud Indians. Next we have is, fifth question says, total number of Indian athletes participated in Rio Olympics. So how many total number of Indian athletes? Right now we are talking about only the Indians. So total of 117 Indian athletes participated, out of which 63 were males and 54 were females. Next we have is, how many sports were added from this? Means two new sports were added in this 2016 Rio Olympics, and the name of these sports are golf and rugby union. As I have already told you that two sports were added and they were golf and rugby union. These were added in this 2016 Rio Olympics only. Next we have is, which country team won men hockey gold medal? Which country team has won the men hockey gold medal? It is Argentina. Argentina has won men hockey gold medal. Next we have is, 2020 Olympics will be held in which city? Yes, now these are postponed for the next year. They will be held in 2021 because of this COVID situation. They were scheduled in the month of February, but right now they have been postponed to the next year, 2021, because seeing the situation of the COVID-19, it is not possible to call the participants from all over the world, since many participants in a huge number participate in this Olympics. Now Tokyo is the capital of Japan. Since these are these are to be held in Tokyo, these are also called as the Tokyo Olympics. Next and the last question in this series we have is, which position did Deepa Karmakar get at the 2016 Rio Olympics? So Deepa Karmakar has also presented very well. She was I'll just show you the position. That the position she has scored is fourth. She was just left with a very minute difference of in points. Otherwise, she would have reached to the another series of the bronze, silver, or gold, but she was just missed it by some points. She is a great athlete, and she has won hearts with her performance. So that's all for today, students. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning. Thank you all for listening. God bless you all. Thank you.